Hey Yogi, welcome to class. I'm very excited and honored to share this practice with you today. It's going to be a super fun 45-minute vinyasa flow sequence. As you can see, the background changed a bit compared to the last couple of months where we filmed in Thailand. We are currently in Europe and actually right now in Germany as I'm filming this. It's nice to be here, some different energy, different vibes, different weather, a new background for you, and hopefully even better classes. And we're super stoked to share more content again with you over the next weeks and months. If you want the extended version of this class today, you will find that one on Patreon. As you might know, all the classes there are at least 60 minutes long. Most of them are actually 75 and 90 minutes length, and so you will find this class in the extended version there as well. Just check the description below, you will find all the info there. By supporting us on Patreon, you not only get the longer classes or the handstand program and the monthly Q&A, you also support us so that we can upgrade our equipment. So at this point I have to thank our Patreon supporters. For class today you only need your mat. If you have blocks or bolsters nearby, as always, grab them too. Maybe a belt or a strap might be useful, and then we can get started. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or, like I do here, on the feet, on the heels, maybe on a block or a bolster. Sit nice and tall, close your eyes. Place your hands wherever it's comfortable. We'll be here for a minute or two. Take that time to fully arrive. Notice your own body. Notice what's touching the ground. Your knees, your feet, perhaps your hips. From there, from that foundation, scan the body upwards, travel upwards through the body, through the spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. This is now the time to focus on you. No matter what happened already today or what your plans are, put all of that aside. You can come back to it later if you really want to. But for now it's all about you. This practice, your experience of your body and your breath. Feel the breath coming in and out through the nose. Play around with it, perhaps deepen your breath. Make it slower. Until you find that rhythm that works well for you. And then keep that rhythm going. Keep your eyes closed and just feel your way into child's pose. Bring the knees wide apart. The big toes are touching. Walk the hands forward. Let the hips be heavy. Let them melt down towards the ground. Keep focusing on the breath, especially with your inhale. Feel the back, the lungs expand. The belly moves forward and down towards the thighs. Slowly move forward, come into a tabletop. Come onto all fours, blink your eyes open if you want to. Come onto the toes as well, send the hips back, keep the arms straight. Let's move the shoulders forward as far as you can. Send them back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now rotate the hands inwards, so the fingers are pointing inwards. Same thing 5 times, rocking forward and back to warm up the wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Now the fingers are pointing outwards. Again 5 times, forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now the fingertips are pointing backwards towards the knees. And again, you guessed it, 5 times, rocking forward and back. Let the palms lift up when you come back. Try to stay on the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. Rock side to side. Feel the forearms. Breathe into them. Maybe bend one arm more than the other, just so that this feels good in your hands, in your forearms, in your fingers. Before we put more weight on the hands, let's make sure the wrists are warmed up. Very good. Sit on the heels. Stay on the toes. Shake out the hands. Take a few deep breaths. Very good. Plant the hands back down and come into a downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Keep your knees bent. Maybe it's the first downward facing dog of the day, just like for me. So keep the knees bent for now. Press into the palms, firm into the inner hands. Move your chest towards the thighs. You want to open up the shoulders, the arms. Start to straighten one leg, then the other. Now start to feel more into this position, into your downward facing dog and into your body. If there's any other movements that feel good to you, go ahead and do those. Let's move around for a little bit to just get all the movement out, connect to the body. Keep the breath nice and soft. And if you want, you can straighten both legs more. Keep the heels lifted. If that's the only option for you. If the heels are on the ground, that's also okay. Really doesn't matter. Keep focusing on moving the chest towards the thighs to really get this length from the wrists all the way up to the hips. Very good. Let's take 3 breaths here. Nice and slow, in and out through the nose. Know that this is all about the breath. Really, no one cares if your heels are on the ground or if the legs are straight or how flexible you are. Keep focusing on the breath. Stay with that breath throughout the class. That's more important than being able to do all the shapes or how deep you can go into all of these poses. Lift your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Keep pressing into the palms. Keep moving the chest towards the left thigh. Start to bend your right knee. Open stack the right hip. Keep that right foot flexed so you can keep pulling that right heel towards the right butt cheek. Lower the right shoulder more down. Lift your right knee higher up so you really start to work into the right hip and your right glute. Keep the breath soft. Now inhale, come high onto your left toes. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Shift forward, round your back, push the ground away. Rotate your left heel towards the right side, down to the ground. With your left hand, you grab the right knee and open and rotate the upper body to the left. We call this, or I like to call this like a corkscrew. Keep pressing into the right palm. The left heel is grounded. Rotate the upper body more to the left. Breathe. If you want, reach that left arm up and over your head. Bring that right thigh closer to the chest. And release left hand down, right knee to the right elbow. Start to flex your right foot. Keep pressing the ground away. Slowly step that right foot outside the right hand. For a lizard lunge. Move around so that it feels good for you in your body. I like to make some circles, go forward and back, and you can do the same. Most importantly is to keep the breath nice and soft. Very good. Lower the left knee down towards the ground. Bend your left leg. With your right hand, reach towards the left foot, or with a strap, throw that over the foot. First, extend the foot away from you. So you feel a pull on your right shoulder, in your right arm. You're now using the left quad, contracting it. And then relax. Pull that foot towards the hips. Find more length from your left knee up the left thigh towards the chest. Keep your left glute engaged. And release. Very good. Keep reaching the right hand back. Plant the right foot down to the ground. Lift your left knee up. Reach your right hand towards the right toes as you straighten both legs. Very good. Maybe the right hand touches the right toes. If not, doesn't matter. No one cares. Keep breathing. Bend your right knee. Reach the right arm back. Reach forward, right hand towards the right foot. Straighten both legs. Bend the right leg, reach back. Let's do 3 more. Finding some more length in the right hamstring. Last one. Very good. Back to lizard lunge. Bend the right leg. Now step that left knee outside the right foot. We're coming down for a seated twist position. Now before you come into it, bend your left leg, your bottom leg a lot, so that you take care of the knee and everything is safe. With your left arm now, you can either, option 1, hug the right leg in, or you take that more traditional seated twist position where you hook something of the left arm outside the thigh. Wherever you are, inhale to lengthen, and exhale, rotate, twist to the right. If you have the right leg hugging in, or if you hug the right leg in, then hug it in tighter. If the right hip wants to lift up, and this goes for both options, let it lift up. It's all good. 2 more slow breaths here. Slowly release. Bring that right foot now to the front of the mat, so you might have to readjust and rotate a bit to the left. We're coming up for warrior 3. The right foot needs to be planted down first at the front and the middle of the mat. Have a good foundation there. Try to not use your hand as you come up for a warrior 3. Nice and slow, hands to the heart if you want, or arms out to the sides. First, establish some length through the spine, from the hips up through the spine, through the head forward, and through the left leg backwards. Lower the left hip more down. Squeeze the shoulder blades more together to be nice and active there. And you want to feel the back body engaged to keep your upper body parallel to the ground. If you want to bend your right leg just a bit to feel the right quad more, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't need to be fully straight. Now rise up for tree pose. Bring the left foot inside the right thigh. Hands to the heart. Stand tall, find your balance first, push the hips forward, and then pull the left knee more back. That way you find perhaps some more space and openness in the left hip. Breathe nice and slow through the nose. Slowly release, step your left foot back. For crescent lunge. Find a nice bend in the right leg. You want to make sure you see the right big toe inside the right knee. When you're ready, reach your arms up. I like to keep that left leg nice and bent. Makes it a little bit stronger, but it's also more gentle for the lower back. Pull the lower belly in, so you really want to not do any kind of back bend here. You want to lengthen the tailbone down. Breathe nice and slow, reach out through the arms. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back. Open crescent twist. Now we're transitioning into a crescent twist, so not the open twist, but you actually hook the left arm, whatever of the arm, outside the right thigh. Hands together. Now straighten your left leg. Gently press into the palms to rotate the chest more to the right. Pull the belly in. With every inhale, you lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, twist more to the right if accessible. And if you're not going deeper, it's all good. You're still breathing. Keep that connection with the left arm to the right thigh. Shift more weight into the right foot. The left toes become light. The left foot lifts up off the ground for a twisted flamingo. I like to call it. Straighten both legs if you can. Keep that connection of the left arm to the right leg. Very good. Now release that left arm, left hand down, revolved half moon. You might be feeling your right glute, it's all good. Lower the left hip down, keep breathing. Reach through the spine forward. And back through the left leg. Rotate the chest more to the right. Last deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot back, warrior 2. Reach your left arm forward, then windmill the arms upwards. Warrior 2. Find a nice bend in your right leg. Look inside the right knee. You want to see the big toe there. Reach out through the arms. Notice if you're shifting or leaning a little bit forward or back. Try to find the middle. Look over the right middle finger or close your eyes. I actually highly encourage you to keep them closed, at least for this hold. Relax your shoulders down away from the ears. 3 more breaths. Bend your left leg, straighten the right, Skandasana to the left. Whatever version is accessible for you here. If your left heel is lifted, all good. From here, move to the front of the mat, plant the left hand down. Wild thing, step the right foot behind the left calf. Bend your right leg, straighten the left. Lift your hips up high. Reach your right arm up and over your head. Keep pressing into the left palm. Really use those left fingertips to grip into the mat. Engage your glutes. And release to plank pose. Both hands down, both feet down. Push the ground away, tuck your tailbone. Engage the core. Feel that space between the shoulder blades, and that space wants to reach up towards the ceiling. Find that balance between ease and effort, where you're not unnecessarily working too hard, but also find that engagement that's necessary to stay here in a stable way. You decide, knees up or down. Externally rotate the arms, shift forward, come high into the toes, bend your arms, chaturanga. Keep the elbows in. The elbows are over the wrist. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank pose, push up. Beautiful, our first push-up. Downward facing dog, send the hips up and back. Find that downward dog shape that works for your body, and then immediately reconnect to the breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it all go. 2 more, just like that. Seal your lips. Breathe again in and out through the nose. The heart rate goes up. Your body feels like it wants to breathe faster, but you are keeping the breath slow and controlled. Let's do the other side. I hope you're ready for it. Lift your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Keep pressing into the palms, especially into the inside part of the hands. The chest is moving towards the right thigh. Lift your left leg up high. Doesn't matter how high, just keep the engagement, keep it strong. Bend your left leg, open stack the hips. Bring the left heel closer to the left butt cheek. Lower the left shoulder down. Lift your left knee higher up to really work into the left hip. Very good. Come high onto your right toes. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Round your back. Bring the right heel down to the left, all the way to the ground. With your right hand, grab your left knee, corkscrew, rotate to the right. Keep pressing into the left hand, especially the fingertips and the inside part of your hand. Reach your right arm up and over your head if you want to. Hold it there, bring the left thigh closer to the chest. And release, right hand down, left knee to the left elbow. Round your back, lizard lunge. Beautiful job. Move around. Find that position in your body. It's different for all of us. Some people like to be static. Maybe you're already with the forearms on the ground. Or you're like me, just moving around, some circles, forward and back, up and down. It's all good. There's no wrong here. It's good to listen to your body. Beautiful. Set the right knee down. Bend your right leg with your left hand or a strap. Reach for the right foot. Grab it. Grab the pinky toe side if you can grab it. Extend the leg and the foot away from you. If the inside part of your left foot wants to lift up, allow it to lift up. Now relax the right quad. Pull that foot towards your hips. Lengthen from the right knee, up the right thigh, all the way up towards the chest. Find more length on the front side of your body as you continue to pull that foot towards your hips. Just 2 more breaths. And release. Very good. Both hands down to the ground. Lift your right leg up. Actually keep reaching your left hand behind you. And then you reach it forward towards the left toes as you straighten both legs. Let's wake up the left hamstring. Bend the left leg, reach the left hand back. Let's do 4 more. On your own if you want. Keep that right leg straight the whole time. And the breath nice and soft. Last 2. And last 1. Very good. Both hands down. Now the right knee comes outside the left foot. Now I'm facing a little bit away from you, but you know it from the first side already. Just listen closely. Bring the right knee outside the left foot. Come down for a seated twist position. Set the hips down. Bend your bottom leg a lot first before you go any deeper. And then you decide, option 1 again, either hug the knee into the chest or take that more traditional twist to the left by hooking the right arm outside the left thigh. And wherever you are, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist to the left. Or hug that leg more into the chest. For either of the two variations, if your left hip wants to lift up, allow it to happen. Don't force the hip down. It's very hard on the SI joint, and lots of issues in the body come from people or teachers say both hips need to be on the ground. There's really no reason for that. So if the body tells you, I want to lift that hip up, then allow it to happen. And release, beautiful job. Now we have to, again, perhaps rotate to the right a little bit so that you can plant the left foot down at the front of the mat. We're coming up for Warrior 3. Give it a try without using your hands. Warrior 3 is where we meet. Hands to the heart. Bring the shoulder blades closer together. Reach back through the right heel. Lower the right hip down and breathe. Rise up for tree pose. Bring the right foot inside the left thigh. Or anywhere else on the left leg, really, just not directly on the knee. Push the hips forward. Pull the right knee back. Press into the palms. Balance here. Breathe. Take that time to slow down. Slowly release. Step the right foot back. Crescent lunge. Set up the feet right first. Bend the right leg, the back leg. Look inside the left knee. You want to see the big toe, then reach your arms up. Pull the belly in, lengthen the tailbone down, reach up and out through the arms. Reach your right arm forward, the left arm back, open crescent twist. Lean back slightly to activate your core more, your obliques to rotate to the left. And let's come into a crescent twist. So now we're closing it, not open twist, kind of a closed twist. You hook that right arm, whatever of the right arm, outside the left thigh, hands to the heart. Twist to the left, lengthen out through the spine, pull the belly in. Straighten your right leg. With your inhale, you lengthen. On your exhale, you twist. Always in a twist. That's the pattern we want to follow. Release, shift forward. The right toes become really light. Lift up. For a twisted flamingo, keep that right arm connected to the left leg. Perhaps straighten the left leg more. Lengthen out through the spine. Now release the hands down, right hand down, left arm up. Revolved half moon. Lift your right leg up as high as possible. Straighten both legs. Rotate your chest more to the left. Step the right foot back as you bend the left leg. Slowly we're coming into Warrior 2. Reach your right arm forward first, then windmill the arms up. Warrior 2. Readjust. You want to see the big toe inside the left knee. Notice if you're leaning forward or back. Find that middle point. Pull the belly in and breathe. Look over your left middle finger or close your eyes. 2 more breaths. Bend your right knee, straighten the left, Skandasana. Maybe the right heel lifts up, all good. Move to the front. Wild thing, right hand down. Step the left foot up and over. Bend your left leg, straighten the right. Lift your hips up high. Engage your glutes. And breathe. Keep pressing into the right palm. And release, left hand down, plank pose. Your favorite pose, I know. You're welcome. I put it in just for you. Push the ground away. Firm into the inner hands. Externally rotate the arms so that the eye of the elbow, the front side of your elbow is pointing forward. Tuck your tailbone, hold it here. If it gets challenging, can you breathe slower and focus more on the inhale and then on the exhale? And then you repeat. In and out, through the nose. You got this. Knees up or down, you decide. Shift forward, come high onto the toes. Bend your arms, chaturanga. Hold for 10, 9, 8. Elbows in, 7, 6, 5, 4. Shift forward more, 3, 2, 1. Plank pose, push up. Our second push up of the day, beautiful. Set the knees down, the elbows down, glide forward and through, upward facing dog. Stay there. Engage your glutes, pull the shoulders back, widen and broaden the collarbones. Look straight ahead. So instead of looking up and tilting the head back, look straight ahead and pull the entire head back. Pulling back, not tilting. Beautiful. Breathe. Flex your butt cheeks as much as possible. Engage those glutes. Now stay on the tops of your feet. We're going to finish strong today. Bend your arms again. Shift forward for chaturanga. Very good. Plank pose. In the comments you always tell me you like this kind of stuff. So let's keep going. Bend your arms. Up dog. Don't hate me, but you can swear at home. Flo, what are you doing? Chaturanga, plank. Let's keep going. Chaturanga again. Up dog. Should we do one more round? I heard a yes. Let's do it. Chaturanga. Plank. Downward dog. Beautiful. Deep breath in through the nose. Come right back to the breath. Open mouth. Let it all go. 2 more like that. 1 more. Beautiful job. Seal the lips again. Come back to the breath through the nose. Come back to the present moment, to your body, to what currently is and not what was or what just happened. It's all good. We will meet in a yogi squat, so you can step, float or handstand, the feet outside the hands, and we will meet in a comfortable, delicious squat. Whenever you're ready, find your way there. I think there's no need to talk today about squatting. Again, you know it's very healthy to do. Do it more. Let's enjoy the squat for a moment. Close your eyes. Let the breath come down, let the heart rate slow down again. Almost find that space where it feels like you're meditating while you're in the squat. So that you almost forget the position that your body is in. You're so fully focused on the breath. Let's sit the hips down. Try to not use your hands. Butterfly pose, bring the feet together. Grab the feet and then fold forward and down. Move the elbows more down towards the ground. Then start to round your back and tuck the chin to the chest. We are nearing the end of our practice, and this is the time now to slow down, to shift into a more relaxed state of the nervous system, the parasympathetic state, so that your body does not think it's time to fight or run from any danger. Although you know there's no danger, it's physical activity, it's perhaps intense for the body. And so the body doesn't actually differentiate if you just did a workout, if you were running from a lion for your life. And so you don't really want to stay in this state for the next few hours. So it's time to slow down. Show the body it's all good, it's all safe, you can relax. This is why I think stretching is such a good idea, and even savasana, not just after a yoga practice, but also after lifting weights or any other sport or activity. It's very wise to stretch afterwards and then take shavasana for a few minutes. Slowly release, take your time. Move as slow as you want. Push yourself back up. Use your hands to help bring the knees together. Plant both feet down to the ground, a little bit wider apart than your hips. Your hands go behind you, the fingertips are pointing forward towards your hips. And then you lift your hips up, reverse tabletop. One of my favorite ways to end the practice. Lift your hips up as high as possible. Doesn't matter how high. And then start to rock forward and back, so that you perhaps, as you rock forward, you feel it in the front side of your shoulders. After all, we did 2 push-ups today, so we need to stretch out the shoulders, right? Shift even more forward, set the hips all the way down. So you can fully relax here, but don't move the hands. Now, take a deep breath in, lift your chest up. Exhale, bend your arms, send the elbows back and closer together. We're now targeting more the front side of your shoulders. If you feel it there, perfect. No need to go deeper. Just breathe into it and enjoy your body, enjoy the breath, enjoy the sensation that this pose and this shape creates. It's really all about your experience of the practice. Wonderful. To release, slowly straighten your arms, maybe walk the hands forward. Reach the arms forward, slowly come onto your back. Let's finish up with happy baby. Grab behind the knees or the outside edges of your feet. And then move the knees closer to the armpits. Try to keep the lower back and your shoulders on the ground. If there's anything else you want to do, then go ahead and do that. And I will stay with you in Shavasana, which is coming after this, just for a few minutes. But of course you can stay longer. You can add a meditation in the end. Again, think of what I talked about earlier with that parasympathetic state, that state of rest and digest, we sometimes call it. You want to shift into that state. No need to run from the tiger. In this case, the tiger was the chaturanga hold for 10 seconds. Very good. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Deep breath in. Open mouth, let it all go. Extend the legs forward. Take your time to set everything up. Shavasana, the final pose of our practice. If you want a pillow underneath the knees, go ahead, do that. Put a blanket over you, whatever it is. Get comfortable, the palms are facing upwards. Let the feet naturally fall open. With every exhale, let the body be a bit heavier, grounding and melting down into the earth. Your eyes are closed. Relax. Relax, relax, relax. Let the body be heavy. Let the breath be slow and gentle. No need to control anything. Simply be. And oftentimes it's not that simple. It takes practice. And you're doing it right now, you're practicing. Everything else that's coming up right now you can come back to later. No need to think about it while you're on your back after your practice. You're still in the middle of the practice. Come back to it later. Feel your body. Breathe. Relax. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'll see you in the next one. With love and gratitude. Namaste.